You found our show, so come on in and take a seat. Warrior class, we got the keys. Dun, 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 dun. To get you where you need to be, just study our show, and you're gonna grow like crazy. Watching you will see. Dun, 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 dun. Warrior class, we got the keys, just watch our show. 'Cause it's for you and your babies.
Welcome to Warrior Class,
where the teachers will pass.
And you will too if you pass.
This is the nose episode.
Yeah,
so
well,
we'll get into some olfactory issues and things of that nature.
Greetings, Eugene Mason.
Yeah, greetings, Eugene.
Peace, everybody. They hit that like, that chat.
All the lurkers and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first we're going to start with the news.
All right. So I got about 3-4 things I want to mention. The first thing I want to mention is about Roblox. So if you guys don't know, they're suing this young kid on Roblox. They blocked him off and they started suing him. Trying to find my joint on it. But yeah, they're suing him and blocked him off Roblox. So he went to social media and talked about it. And the thing about it is they blocked him because he was getting child predators caught. He was pretending to be younger than what he was because he looks like he looks like he's about 12 when he's really about 16, 17, I think 18, matter of fact. But he looks really young. And so he's been effectively catching predators on the platform. And they shut him down. They stopped him from doing that and shut him down from being able to go on the platform. So what he did was get on social media and talk about it, and he got such a response that Chris Hansen reached out to him. And if you don't know who Chris Hansen is, he's the guy who he's the host of the show. I think it was 60 Minutes of 2020, where he catches the predators all the time.
Yeah, To Catch a Predator. That's
right.
The name of the show.
Yeah, To Catch a Predator, exactly. So yeah, Chris Hansen reached out to him to make a documentary exposing Roblox child safety issues, because a lot of people, and the guy's a YouTuber. He said that he was once approached by an ex-developer of Roblox, and that's what gave him the idea to stay on Roblox, and after that start trapping those predators. So he mentioned one thing, because I don't know anything about this game, this online whatever thing that they have, but one thing I noticed that he talked about is that they have actual it's like kind of Sims type thing going on, and they actually have this Sims where it's a public urinal, and like children are there with adults and everything. It's just really, really, really weird. So I know this is really popular with the kids. So I'm just gonna, remind you to monitor your children and what they're doing online. And because these things like this is just by design, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
I told you all what happened with our day when he was a child, when he was like 14, 15. And he was online, and this girl was saying, "Hey, won't you, get naked for me? I'm sitting here right now playing with myself." And he was like, but he had the wisdom to say, "Daddy, this girl online playing with herself. She want me to get naked for her." I said, "What? Let me see." And the language that he was used that the person was using let me know it was a male.
I was just thinking that it was probably a man acting like
Yeah. So he then said, "Well, my boyfriend here now, and he gonna fuck me while I'm online. And I got big titties. They 36D or something. Women don't describe themselves like that. They may say they got big titties if they trying to approach somebody, but they ain't gonna say I got 36Ds and all that shit. That's a man, because that's a man's attracted to that. So I got online. Yes, sir. Just like that. I said, "Sir, this is Ade's father. What are you doing?" He said, "No, I'm a woman." I said, No. You're a guy. Come on now. Talk to me. Man to man. So well, sir, I was just, being friendly with your son. I said, "My son don't need no friends like you."
It's crazy out there, man.
Or I said, "Get off the line, or I will find your address," and I will find your address, his home address, and I will visit you. He got off the line.
Yes, it's and I'm going, and my next thing I'm going to talk about kind of deals with similar subject, but it's called a public bathroom simulator.
What?
Yeah,
Stimulator or simulator?
Stimulator, not stimulator. You done violated all the language rules behind the first 8 minutes.
I'm like, boy,
we ain't stimulate. No.
Oh, okay.
Public bathroom simulator, which is just as bad. I mean, what is that about? But anyway, so there's been a lot of petitions for the YouTuber, and people, I can't even pronounce his name, is Skept or something like that. But anyway, it's good that his account is actually terminated by Roblox, and a couple other people who got on Roblox and was talking about boycotting, they got their accounts banned as well.
So basically, Roblox supports, in a way, child molestation, child sexual assault.
I posted this article on my page and I tagged Roblox and put them in it. I said, so at Roblox is pro perv. Basically, is what that's exactly what I said, and I guess I haven't gotten any backlash from that, but that was on IG. So that was the one article that I thought was very interesting. The other article is about, since we're and not just since but I've been looking into Virginia because that's where we'll be at for the Happily Natural Day Festival. And one of the things that's alarming right now is the number of children missing that have gone missing in Virginia. And not just Virginia, in around America right now. This is the first time in my life where I have 2 people that I know personally, their daughters are missing. And it's on Facebook. 2 people I know personally have posted, and both of them in Atlanta. It's usually nobody I know, but just in the area, so I repost it. This is the first time it's ever been. I've known 2 people personally that are missing, that have children missing. Well, one is his sister, the other one is their child. So there is, I'm gonna find this article real quick. Okay, there's 50 kids have been missing in the state of Virginia since August the 1st, and 100 since, I think, June. And
so the rate is picking up.
Yeah, exactly. So nobody's been really talking about this, but all around Virginia, from the ages of 12 to 16, young girls and boys are being reported missing all around Virginia. So we talk about this often. If you're in that area,
What's the age again?
12 to 16. So if you're in that area, I actually have a post. I haven't posted it yet with the names that flash and the pictures of the children. I just took a screenshot just to discuss it right here, but it's really serious epidemic that we've been in, and this is really getting out of hand now. We got just recently here more than 100 children missing in Virginia since the beginning of June. No media coverage. Concerned citizens have started sounding an alarm on the number of missing children in the state of Virginia since June 1st, 2025. More than 100 children have been reported, according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The majority missing are Black. And so this is from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It's not just a Facebook post or something like that. And again, 50 since August 1st. It's only August 16th.
Right. Wow.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to say the least. And
I was gonna say, I was reading one of those articles, and I'm sure that it's something because of that age range. I'm sure that it's something that has happened repeatedly. Is people this one sister, she went to the police about her son being missing, and they told her that he was a runaway, that he had run away. You know.
mm,
And it's funny because it's not funny, but there's a parallel there to back in the day. I remember I used to hear about Black women reporting their husbands missing. Like their husband would be, something would happen with their husband or whatever, and the police would be like, "Oh, he'll be back in a few days," or "Oh, he just, like he just up and left his family." And it's like they find a way to kind of anything where people go missing with our families, they find a way to kind of just explain it away and not take it serious. So it's good that there have been more like I guess websites or pages dedicated to putting out the information on children going missing, because that's how we're going to more than likely get our information out there, because it's not interesting to the news.
well,
It's not to the news.
the reason is, because what we see is, I just just got a few articles dealing with government officials and the issue at hand, and we got there were I think 10, what was it, 50 in Colorado. The group in Colorado voted for public nudity. It was a bill banning public nudity, and they wouldn't pass it. They said it would affect children, and I want to put it properly, but it was saying how it would affect children, I believe, and drag, when it comes to drag, Pride Month, and it comes to drag readings. I don't know what you call it when drag, because they said it like this, but drags, when it comes to drag and reading in public, children, what?
Why are children nude in public?
I have no idea, but when you got the government officials doing that, this guy here, North Dakota Republican Senator Ray Holmberg, has just been sentenced to 10 years in prison for traveling to Prague to rape children. You got things like that. You have Las Vegas just did a bus where they caught the executive director from Israel National Cyber, Victoric Building, National Cybersecurity, AI for Defense, the executive director. He was one of the people caught in this sting in Las Vegas. Just happened a couple of days ago. And the thing about it is, he's definitely he's Israeli, and you know they don't get arrested; they get sent back to Israel. That's the law that they have. So you have that going on. So basically, what I'm getting at is the government is not helping; they're making it easier for it to happen and for the criminals to escape.
I don't know if you all remember the head of the CDC. Her and her husband were having sex with a dog, and they were making their child watch. So,
oh my goodness,
it's just madness, chaos.
Yeah.
Always has been in this world, but it's elevating now. You know, it's escalating.
Yeah. It's funny. I went to work way early this morning, and I heard someone talking about a story that we had brought out here. Belay brought it out about the furries in schools and how they're like putting
last year too.
Yeah, they're putting litter boxes inside the schools and in the bathroom, and they're wearing, you know, all kinds of things. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't put anything you want to in a school. Someone is sanctioning that,
right?
You know, you can't just pop up and put a litter box, or, you know, it's like start putting that inside of bathrooms in schools.
So real quick, the article is in Las Vegas. I'm just gonna read the caption. Las Vegas Fox 5, an undercover operation targeting child sex predators in the Las Vegas Valley. Only 2 weeks. Investigations usually go way longer than that. So if I was to assume anything, I would assume somebody said, we got to stop this before it go too deep. If we find the wrong people we don't want to find. Because in just 2 weeks, it resulted in the arrest of 8 individuals, according to the release from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And those 8 individuals, they all appear to be you got like 2 or 3 with I would say for the names from Spanish descent, like there's one Torres, one Venezuela, and the rest are, I'll say, a European. I can't really say, I won't go any further than that.
Mostly European.
But we already see how a lot of the guy that's the president now in Israel, yeah, he changed his name. How they all have these Russian names, and they really change them to even
this European name,
and they change them to sound more Jewish because they're not, you know what I mean?
Well,
they don't have
to sound like European. I'm sorry, it's Middle Eastern,
right?
Like to make it sound like they belong there when they really have a German name.
And there's 27 Colorado Dems voted against making indecent exposure to minors a felony, citing concerns the law could ban drag shows for kids.
Speaking of that, did you all hear what have you all familiar with the show Seventh Heaven?
I'm not.
Yeah.
The father on there, Stephen Collins.
Oh, right. Yeah, I am familiar. I know what you're talking about.
He had exposed himself to a 13-year-old girl. Mm-hmm. This is before Seventh Heaven. Seventh Heaven, even he was doing stuff, but
so he was still able to work after that.
He walked completely naked in this courtyard so this girl could see him, and then she needed to hook up her Atari. She asked him, did he know how to hook it up? He went in there. He said, sure, I go in there, because her mother lived next door to him, to his apartment. He went in the apartment. He's hooking up the Atari. Then he turns around and his jeans are completely open and his penis is exposed.
Yeah.
he is one of the people who, after the information came out, he has no longer been working.
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
But he had been on more than Seventh Heaven. He had been
Oh
on.
yeah. The something monkey. It was a show that was before Seventh Heaven, like I said.
wow, that's yeah. So just be careful, man. We gotta realize that the system is not designed to help this crisis to do anything about it. So we're gonna have to band together, form your own community watches in your community and things of that nature to really be effective. So
Train your children
and train exactly. So there's two other quick ones I want to go through. One, if you've been following the Julian Brown, which is the young adult who was converting plastic to diesel fuel. For a while, for a minute, everybody thought he had disappeared, and they asked his mom. His mom said he was all right, and people were concerned and saying that maybe something happened to him. Well, nothing happened to him. He just reemerged yesterday. What he did was he took the $30K that he raised on GoFundMe, and he created. I got it written down. The world's first solar-powered continuous microwave pyrolysis reactor, and basically, it's a big word for a machine that converts plastic to diesel fuel that runs off of solar power. So he successfully created that. He wanted to make sure that he could work in safety. So that's one of the things. That's what he's been doing. So he is safe, and we are glad that is the case because people were concerned about him. And the last thing, because I want to always talk about some health and history. I like to have some history built in there too. I was unaware. But I'll do the history first, and then I'll get to the health. It's been proven now as a fact that the binary coding system that is used around the world in America, it is from ancient African culture. It is the Yoruba, it's Ifa, what you say, Bob?
I said, of course.
Right. So that's been proven now. So I just want to put that out because one time people were saying it was speculated and they couldn't say for a fact, but that's a fact. So I wanted to mention that, and I also wanted to mention I didn't know in 1927 the levees along the Mississippi River burst in over 145 places and put about 700,000 people. It displaced about 700,000 people. It was a big cover-up concerning the what they called the places they set up for Black people were actually was called concentration camps, where they made the men work, they sent the women away. Study that if you get a chance to look that up. Or the Herbert Hoover's concentration camp cover-up in the 1927 Mississippi floods. It's a lot of information, man, that's coming out. Another one about Johnstown. We know about Jamestown. Johnstown was located in the Buckhead area. Is where the MARTA station is now. Is underneath that. So I didn't know about this thriving Black town because they only told us about Black Wall Street and Rosewood. Mm-hmm. We don't realize there were hundreds of cities like that across America that were destroyed. So Johnstown is just one of the many, but it was self-sufficient, supported had local owned grocery stores, carpentry services, essential goods, and most families owned their own homes. So it was thriving, and they just went in and of course, destroyed it. The community was basically effectively erased. So just something for you to research on your own. And dealing with health, I want to go back over the smelling of rosemary. Every time I go to the grocery store now, I find the organic rosemary and I open it up and I sniff it. And I know people think I'm going crazy. So I act like I'm, sniffing to see if it's, people do all type of weird stuff to see if the food is healthy. So I sniff each one of them. I'll take the rosemary and sniff it. And I remember my birth now. I can actually remember when I was born. Okay, maybe it's not working like that, but it is very helpful, and it does increase your memory, I think, by 65% or something like that. I want to remind you that. I want to remind you of the effects of humming, because I just saw another article, another scientists or doctors speaking about how it increases the nitric oxide in your brain by 15-fold. And that's really important when you're dealing with inflammation, blood, heart issues, and things of that nature. And the last is the 3 foods that stop brain parasites. It's brain parasites that leads to Alzheimer's, Alzheimer's, and a few different things. But the 3 most powerful foods are pomegranates, that we know are heavily antioxidant, beets, which have a lot of nitric oxide, as we're just talking about, and carrots. So pomegranates, beets, and carrots are 3 foods that are the best for brain parasites. And being parasitic is the leading cause of most disease that we don't really know about. So just something to think about. Not Johnstown, Pennsylvania, because that's another one, but Johnstown, Atlanta, Georgia. So something to look at, Mr. Eugene Mason. But you're right, Pennsylvania is another one. And they were all over. But today, few people know about Johnstown that ever existed. The area is now a bustling part of Buckhead, filled with shops, offices, and
the MARTA station.
And the MARTA station. So
yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Just a little history for us to always remember. We were here. They just found. I'm trying not to keep going. They just found in Tennessee. They just uncovered like a bunch of Egyptian artifacts. This is in Tennessee, that's dating back tens of thousands of years. Which again, just let you know, if they Egyptian artifacts, the African artifacts. The African artifacts, they black artifacts. Saying all that to say it's just us.
Right.
We have been here and been here and been here. So someone even showed in New York, or I think it was New York, these downtown, the building, I forgot what you call the things you tie off a boat with. But they're on a lot of the buildings in New York to remind you that a lot of these places, were here before even there was water at one time. And they show that on the maps that there were water in New York in different places. And it was actually almost like Venice, I think. So just something to be reminded. And those boats were, you call them the Moors, which that was just another word for black folks. So we've been here. So I just want to remind us of that and to keep our health up and watch these children, man. That's all the point of these posts were about.
Yeah. All right. Well, greetings, Emmanuel Briggs, Petty Gibbs, and our good brother Jadarion.
Oh, it's a lot more.
Oh, Brittany Bowman. What time is it?
It's a lot more lurking too.
Always.
To the shout out to the lurkers.
And we glad that
because I can see the number of people. So yeah.
We love the lurkers. We appreciate you. Not everybody wants to be on Front Street, so we understand. We appreciate you. Subscribe.
Not everybody can be on Front Street.
Yeah.
I had years ago, I wanted to do a demonstration. Well, I did do a demonstration. And by the way, we're doing a demonstration next weekend.
Yes.
Here in Atlanta at the Shay Festival, but I do not really like doing demonstrations. I've done hundreds of them. I don't like them because you give people a show, but that doesn't inspired them to train themselves. But shit, I forgot what I was saying. What I was telling y'all. Well, I was going to tell you. I was talking about the demonstration, yeah, but it was something that hit my mind, but I'll come back to it.
Come out to the Sey Festival. I don't like demonstrations either because I'm the one getting demonstrated on. So I'm not a fan of demonstrations. Especially somebody might piss Bob off before the demonstration. That's gonna, affect my wrists.
Now that happens. Some demonstrators, like my wife may be out of town.
Oh my goodness!
My students say I'm hardest on them when my wife's out of town.
Oh my goodness!
When she go to Africa, they say I'm hardest on them, and probably
after the second week,
yeah, because I'm missing her. I ain't getting no loving, so
he ain't showing no love. He ain't showing no love.
Right.
So he ain't showing it. It's rough out here.
I didn't even realize it until the students told me. Like, man, damn, it's hard when y'all are going out of town. I said, what? I didn't even notice it until then I realized, yeah, I am actually.
My wrist told me. My wrist was like, Bubba, you can't be fooling with Bubba this week right here, right? I was like, what? He rough on us, money. He rough. I didn't know. My wrist told me. But yeah, come out to the Sey Festival. It is Saturday. Where's the Sey Festival going to be at? Do we know the address?
I think y'all are going to put it in WhatsApp. I don't check my WhatsApp ever.
Yeah. Me neither.
If she say, check your WhatsApp, then I check my WhatsApp. But I really don't check WhatsApp.
I'm sure if you go on Facebook and you put it in the search, Sey Festival, Atlanta, Georgia, something come up, maybe some hashtags. I'm sure you can find us.
Yeah, Isheshe is ISESE. Isheshe. And you can hit Isheshe Atlanta.
Okay. What does Isheshe mean, Bob? I like putting them on the spot with these kind of questions.
Well, to put it simply, it means traditional, real African spirituality. So you have offshoots of Ifa, like Lukumi, Condomble, things of that nature. Okay. But Isheshe is the way it's done in Nigeria, with a little change. My wife said to me, somebody said, see, in Nigeria, they do it so and so when they do Isheshe. She said, we're not Nigeria. So it's going by the traditions, but with our spin on it.
Right. Some things will have to be changed. They say do this under this particular tree, but we don't even have that tree here.
Right.
So, it's going to be some difference.
But it's traditional. So language is going to be Yoruba language is going to be spouted. The drummers. Now, when you have drumming for Isheshe, it has to be traditional drummers, and they have to know what they're doing, because you actually make the drums speak. I know you've heard of talking drums. They make the drums speak. Well, they have to be traditional drummers to know how to do that.
Okay. So y'all check us out, man. Check us out. And real quick, if anybody has cooked cranberry beans before, I'm cooking them for the first time. Let me know how they taste. I've never heard
cranberry beans.
Never heard of them before, but my mom give her food from all around, and she got some cranberry beans. The beans, I'm gonna soak them and then I'm gonna cook them. All I know, I don't care what type of beans. I'm gonna put some onions with it, and I'm gonna cook them and eat them. So I will be eating them today. They're cooking right now. I'm gonna have to leave and stir the pot in just a second. I'm gonna wait till we get started and Baba start reading. But if you have any
on this too, talked about cooking, and my youngest daughter, she's 2 years old.
She cooking?
No, well, she calls herself cooking. She's just mixing shit up.
Oh, okay.
But if somebody has a solution to this, because I really don't, she goes in the freezer and she'll take stuff out of the freezer, hide it under her shirt. Well, first of all, she'll put on her shirt because and I know she's going to hide something now. And she'll hide of course she hides like ice cream and shit under there and steal and try to eat. But today she hid a pack of biscuits and got a spoon. So she planned to eat the biscuits. And y'all going to say, she got something under her shirt, So I shook it. The biscuits fell out. And I took it, and she's crying like she's been offended. How dare I take these biscuits from her? I caught her earlier today too. Before the biscuits, I hear something cracking in the room, some cracking. I said, "What the hell?" And so then I see her. She's sitting down on something, and she got it covered with a cloth. I said, "Get up off of that." I pull her off. It's a whole cake. But it's in the package. So I had the cracking is her sitting on the package. She was stealing a whole cake. So I had to take that from her and put it in. So if anybody has, anything within her reach, and she takes it. Now, I try to put stuff outside of her reach, but I'm not the only person who lives in this house. So when people bring stuff in, they put it on the counters and stuff, and she can reach the counters.
I got two different ways of how I would deal with that. One is what I call the color purple way, and that's
the curse on her.
No, you got to beat her. That's one. So you could beat her.
So Baba to beat me.
I ain't gonna beat.
That's what she gonna say. She gonna say, "You told Baba to beat me." I know you ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about your wife though. The second thing is you can get strips on your freezer and refrigerator to make it harder to open. You know what I'm saying? And just make it more difficult to actually open, where she won't be able to just open it so easily.
Yeah, I was thinking of
you can get
that. What do you mean by strips? I was thinking now. So yes, a lot of the stuff, like my daughter had these icicles, pop, whatever you call them. Kiki was stealing those, putting them under her shirt. Then she'd be eating them and shit. So she put them up higher, up at highest as she could get inside the freezer. So Kikiola can't reach it.
Yeah. That and locks, like you said, the kind of locks you can put up top. They got those baby, those child locks you can put on refrigerators and freezers. You could probably order that off of Amazon.
And now what I'm more concerned about that, her stealing the food is one thing. I'm concerned about a certain area where I have firearms that it doesn't have a lock on it. I'm going to have to redo that door and build it where it has a lock on it.
Yeah, I think your child, and we get to understand our child's personality. And, it may just be food where she like that, or she may just...
Yeah, she doesn't go into where I got the weapons at, but yeah, it's her food thing, and I gotta stop her because she'll end up getting bloated, be 200 pounds at 3 years old. I can't have that.
Cause my daughter, even though she would like to, she was curious about certain things. Two things she never messed with wires and like plunder. Like she was not a plunderer, so I never had to like hide my firearms and stuff like that. She wasn't gonna mess with it. Like,
now, I tell you,
you gotta know your child.
I got this from my grandfather. He said, "Don't hide your firearms so the children don't mess with it, that because they're seeing this as a normal part of life. They not
right.
I tried to do that, but I had up high up on I had a 357 up on this mantle at this old house when my children now were in their 30s. They were young. One of them was 2 years old, Okishina. We had these posts in the house. In Chicago, you have a lot of woodwork. We had these like wood columns in the house. She grabbed one and leaped to the other one, and then she skimmied up and got the 357. I was using the toilet. I think I told y'all this, and I see the children running. My other girls running from her. And then they running back. But I'm like, I didn't see the gun at first. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? Why y'all running from Okishina? And then I see it. So I get out of the toilet. I say, hey, Okishina, let me see the gun. And I got the gun. Luckily, it was a 357, so it had a hard pull. It wasn't one of my automatics. And she was trying to pull it. And I, got it from her real quick. She's 2 years old. She's thinking, I'm playing.
Is Okishina the oldest?
No. No. She's just 30 now.
Is she the one that went to live with your mom recently?
No, that's live with my mom. That's Abiola. She's not 30 yet.
I'm trying to figure out which one is which. You got too many.
She's in her 20s. Okishina lives in Korea now.
Okay, that's all you had to say. All right, I know who she is. I wanted to know who it was to see if I could see their personality and be like, oh, well, I would expect her to, but I don't know.
And speaking of my children, today is my oldest daughter, Yoyin, Arshun Yoyin. It's her birthday.
Now, where is she at?
She's in Chicago too. Okay. She's in Chicago with my mother, but she got her own place in the basement of the building that they have. Okay. So she's born in 87, so that will make her what, 38 today?
87, yep.
Yeah, 38. So happy birthday to you. Not Okishina. Happy birthday to you, Shunyo Yin, which I already told her that, but happy birthday and enjoy your day.
Okay.
August 16th. Also, this is our Aluo, Baba Pashola's birthday. Happy birthday to you.
I did see that. I wished him happy birthday. I should have told him who it was. Like, he know me as Soldier. He won't even know me in name, so I should say, hey, it's me, Soldier. That's
Soldier.
And he called me that, y'all, because I wear a lot of camouflage and stuff like that.
Right.
Which I wasn't even aware of until he said it that time.
Yeah.
I'll
be right back. Huh?
Well, I'll wait until you come back. It's about Okikiola.
Well, good. I wanted to mention Anika just ate a couple cloves.
I just do one.
And so I'm glad she did that to remind me. There's a lot of different foods that you'll read that are good at fighting parasites and even killing parasites. But there's only one food that will destroy parasites and their seeds. Not seeds, you would call them
eggs.
Eggs, yeah, excuse me. Which is the seed. Yeah. But cloves is the only thing that the only thing that I know of that I've ever heard of food-wise that destroys the eggs of parasites. So while others may clear you of parasites, they don't do anything about the eggs. Pumpkin seeds are very strong, and I actually put them on my salad every day, but not as good as cloves. Cloves are the only food that destroys the egg, that kills the egg and the parasite together. So you may want to think about adding some cloves to your diet.
They have other benefits too. I try to, if I'm not fasting, doing the fruit fasting, I every day I try to, I just kind of let them dissolve in my mouth. It's just one at a time, no more than 3 a day. Let it get really soft. It's obviously a very acquired taste for the, for the people with the baby taste buds out there.
Was it clove?
Yeah.
Oh,
just one at a time. And I just let it get soft until it gets like really, really soft, and then I'll chew it.
And again, only food that destroys the parasite eggs as well as the parasite is the cloves.
Yeah, well. But what I was gonna say is, Brittany Bowman was saying that she'll get really sick from eating too much at one time and probably stop. And then Emmanuel Briggs says that that's what happened to his daughter.
Yeah.
And to this day, one of his daughters, and to this day, she won't eat sweets because of it.
So I'm supposed to make my daughter sick.
No, I'm just saying that they said that's what happened. So if it may cure itself, if you don't find a great solution, you know what I'm saying?
It may.
She eats like 4 or 5 of them popsicles at once.
It may. Or my daughter used to sneak chips and stuff in her room, under her bed, and her pillow. And to this day, she eat a lot of chips and junk right now. So I don't know. I think it's a personality thing. It really depends, honestly. I really do think that. So,
but did she ever make herself sick eating chips and junk? Did she ever like?
If she anything like me, I would eat stuff until I got sick and then try to contribute it to something else.
What's your daughter? When's your daughter born?
My daughter?
October.
October the 6th.
Oh, that's why.
Is she a Libra?
Yeah. Because she's a Libra, and they do that. No, I got a daughter who's a Libra too, so no.
Yeah, man. I think it just depends on. I used to smoke cigarettes, and every time I lit one up, I would get pins and needles in the back of my neck. And it took about that happened 100 times for me to say, I wonder if that's anything to do with me smoking these cigarettes. Like I ignored a lot. I
know. When I tried to smoke with my cousin, and my mother caught us, and she made me go ahead, keep on smoking. There's another one. That stopped me from smoking.
Yeah, my aunt did my cousin like that, and he don't smoke. She made him throw up. He ended up throwing up.
I wanted to throw up. I was turning green.
Well, my aunt smoked Pall Malls. You know what they was about? No filter. He had to smoke a whole pack of Pall Malls. Ooh, rest in peace to my aunt Geraldine.
Then my cousin, he made me smoke a whole kilo of weed one time.
A whole kilo of weed.
Yeah, so I was smoking.
Weed measured in kilos?
A pound.
I don't know. I'm just joking.
Like, were you in Europe?
Yeah, that's funny. All right.
All right. We're about to get to it.
Thanks for sticking with us, family.
Most of us are probably aware that smell is the primary sense for many animals. Take a dog, for example. Its sense of smell is supposedly around 1,000 times more powerful than our own, which is why we use them for tasks like finding drugs in airport luggage or searching for survivors in the ruins created by an earthquake. Dogs moving around on all fours with their noses close to the ground rely on their sense of smell to find food, warn them of danger, and therefore survive. The human sense of smell, by contrast, has become of lesser importance since we evolved from walking on all fours. Maybe. Our noses moved away from the ground and our eyes moved to a higher vantage point. So gradually, our eyesight became more important than our sense of smell. And for most people, if you had to lose a sense, well, would you lose your eyesight or your smell? I guarantee you, they say sense of smell. because our eyes moved to a higher vantage point. So gradually our eyesight became more important. Think about navigation, for example. We use visual stimuli such as maps and signs to find our way around and have done so for many hundreds of years. We don't use smell to find our way around like dogs do. Not possessing a sense of smell doesn't really cause much of a problem, or does it? Our sense of smell and taste still provides us with a very important early warning system when it comes to objects or situations that may cause us harm. And your taste is related to your smell, by the way.
Yeah,
food that has gone bad can sometimes look okay to the naked eye, but the smell it gives off tells us not to eat it. There's a reason why we find the smells of decaying food, raw sewage, and ammonia repulsive. It is our bodies telling us to avoid these things as they will cause us damage.
I used to call my mom. I don't do it no more. I used to call her about different foods. And I'd be like, "Mom, how can I tell if the egg something or the salad is just going bad? How can I tell? How can I tell?" And I stopped calling because she say the same thing for everything I ask her. Smell it. That's all she say. Well, how I know this so and so going bad? What happened with it? Smell it. Smell it. And taste. You lose your smell, you will lose your sense of taste for the most part. You can't really taste that much. It's very connected.
If you want to see, you want to do a little experiment to see how closely smell and taste is related, take a little piece of chocolate or something sweet, hold your nose so that it's completely closed, put it in your mouth and like suck on it a little bit so you know the flavor is getting in there, and then take your fingers off your nose and you will see the difference between being able to smell and taste and not being able to smell and taste.
Well, that's why you hold your nose anyway when you're eating something you don't want to eat. When it used to be nasty when you was a kid, you hold it.
I never
You never did that? I used to do that.
I did too.
There are two ways to detect odor. In the air we breathe through the front of the nose, through the back of our nose, from our mouth when chewing food. This is how we appreciate flavor of food when it is in our mouth, and why many people suffer from a smell disorder believe that there's something wrong with their sense of taste. When sniffing a flower, the odor molecules from it are drawn to the top of the nose. Excuse me, I just lost my place playing just now. Drawn to the top of the nose, or how do you say that? Olfactory cleft. As we breathe in, they then dissolve in a layer of mucous membrane known as the olfactory
epithelium.
Epithelium. Don't stop this shit. This is why I posed the proofreader. The olfactory epithelium. This draws in of air this drawing in of air is aided by the turbinates bony cushion inside the nose, which not only helps direct the airflow but also warms, humidifies, and filters the air as it passes over them. Sniffing improves this process by increasing the flow of air. Once the odor molecules have dissolved in the mucus, they spread through it or are carried by special proteins and attached to hair-like structure called cilia. The cilia are attached to receptor cells as shown in the animation. Okay. The animation that we haven't shown you guys.
Sir, we didn't have a chance to set up the animation, so
yeah, we apologize for that.
Should have left that part out.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny to me because, right, I had planned to do an animation, and then I said I can't do no animation on this shit. So yeah, that should have been left out of there.
The odor molecules then bind with the receptor cells themselves, which then generate a signal or impulse. Everything is electric. These signals are passed along tiny nerve fibers called axons. which pass through tiny perforations in the perforations. I'm sorry, in the God damn it, cribriform.
Cribriform.
You know what? Damn English. Cribriform, really?
Oh my god.
In the so.
Oh God.
All right. These signals.
Just so you all know, he knows that I mess with him sometimes. So.
Okay. These signals are passed along tiny nerve fibers called axons, which pass through the tiny perforations in the cribriform plate. This is some bullshit. A layer of bone in the base of the skull. Okay, bundles of many thousands of what again? Axons together make up the olfactory nerve, much like the individual copper strands in the electrical cable. They converge on the edge. They converge. Excuse me. They converge on the edge of the olfactory. Now I'm just fucking. They converge on the edge of the olfactory bulb, a structure in the frontal lobe of the brain. There's actually one on each side of the brain, one for each nostril. The olfactory bulb is responsible for processing the signal it receives from the receptors and passing this information on to other parts of the brain, including the thalamus. Is that it? The thalamus. Limbic system of the orbital frontal neocortex.
All right, there you go. See?
You're trying to break this man's confidence, Bob.
I don't appreciate this at all. Hold up. 1 second. All right. This is what I get for not plugging my mouse up. Here you go.
Mm-hmm. The sense of smell is closely linked with memory, probably more so than any of our other senses. Those with full olfactory function may be able to think of smells that evoke particular memories. The scent of an orchard in blossom conjuring up reconciliations of a childhood picnic, for example.
Recollections?
What is a recollection? I just almost choked on my clove. This can often happen spontaneously, with a smell acting as a trigger in recalling a long forgotten event or experience. I gotta take this thing out. Hold on.
I hope that, I'm sure that many of you have had that. You smell something that brings back a memory.
Oh yeah, I think it's something that they do. I've read about it being something that's done at like nursing homes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In addition to being the sense most closely linked to memory, smell is also highly emotive. The perfume industry is built around this connection, with perfumers developing fragrances that seek to convey a vast array of emotions and feelings, from desire to power, vitality to relaxation. On a more personal level, smell is extremely important when it comes to attraction between two people. Research has shown that our body odor, produced by the genes which make up our immune system, can help us subconsciously choose our partners. Kissing is thought by some scientists to have developed from sniffing, the first kiss being essentially a primal behavior during which we smell and taste our partner to decide if they are a match.
That's disgusting.
It is likely much of our emotional response to smell. It is likely that much of our emotional response to smell is governed by association, something which is born out of the fact that different people can have completely different perceptions of the same smell. Take perfume, for example. One person may find a particular brand powerful, aromatic, and heady, with another describing it as overpowering, sickly, and nauseating. Despite this, however, there are certain smells that all humans find repugnant, largely because they warn us of danger. The smell of smoke, for example, or of rotten food.
I think taste is pretty much the same way too.
Yeah. Given that our sense of smell clearly plays an important part in our psychological makeup, in addition to it being one of the 5 ways in which we connect with the world around us, its absence can have a profound impact. Anosmia sufferers often talk of feeling isolated and cut off from the world around them and experiencing a blunting of emotions. Smell loss can affect one's ability to form and maintain close personal relationships and can lead to depression. An important issue here is the fact that smell loss is invisible to all but the patient. How would you know that you had met an anosmia sufferer unless they themselves told you? This is one of the reasons, alongside the general lack of understanding of the impact that smell has on our lives, why anosmia has never received much attention. You really don't know what you have got until it's gone. Going back to the points made about the strong connection between smell and memory, it can be seen that losing one's sense of smell can result in the loss of an important sentimental pathway to memories. Research has shown that loss of olfactory function can be an indicator of something far more serious. Smell loss occurs with both Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's, and studies have indicated that a diminishing sense of smell can be an early sign of the onset of both conditions, occurring several years before motor skill problems develop.
A number of studies have been done in recent years which suggest that repeated short-term exposure to smells can potentially be a benefit to people who have been affected by olfactory loss or distortions, particularly for those who have lost their sense of smell as a result of a virus, including the common cold and COVID-19. Attempts have been made to categorize smells in the same way that tastes have been classified, as being sweet, sour, salty, savory, or umami, and bitter. Studies suggest you choose scents to represent the 4 smell categories of flowery, fruity, spicy, and resinous. However, you can choose any smell you feel comfortable with, have available, and enjoy. What you need is different items from the home that provide a range of smells. Try to select things that you know you found to be pleasant and or have a connection with. Lemon and orange rind, nutmeg, cloves, mint, eucalyptus, ground coffee, coconut, and vanilla are all items you can use. You can use the raw material, such as smell directly from the pepper grinder, rip a sprig of fresh herbs, or you can use small bowls or jars, ramekins or clean glass spice or baby food jars are ideal. Place each item into a separate bowl, jar, or just take the raw material into your hands. Relax and slowly take short, gentle sniffs, sometimes called bunny sniffs. Sniffing too hard, too quickly, and too deeply is likely to result in you not being able to detect anything. Repeat 2 or 3 times, then rest for 5 minutes. Move on to the next smell and repeat as above. Record your experience, any changes, what you notice, etc. I got that from, I used to sell fragrances. I used to sell fragrances. And for the Armani company. And that's what they taught, how you can smell the fragrances, then you rest for a while, then you can sniff again. But if you sniff more than 7 fragrances in 2 hours, it will your smell is blasted. You can't smell anything after that. So you got to be careful how you smell, how you test that. But
I just wanted to shout out everyone who came for Belay in the comments.
What?
For it. I wanted to shout out everyone who came for Belay in the comments.
Oh, I Manifesto said I was laughing too hard.
It's support. I see support. First of all, Brittany Bowman, you're correct. I stayed up late last night. Emmanuel Briggs, you're correct. I usually proofread what Baba sends me and go to Google to pronounce the shit I don't know. I usually save myself like that. And yes, I Manifesto, he gives me a scientific document every now and then just to fuck me up. And thank you. What time is it? I did successfully complete that last word by myself. So I appreciate y'all. All right. So from the smell of baked or fresh fish or chopped raw garlic to onion skins or banana peels in the trash bin, these scents tend to hang around long after the meal is over. And while you might be using the simplest solution, opening windows or using fans for ventilation, here are some other natural, non-toxic, and effective ways to neutralize those cooking odors. Vinegar. Vinegar is a powerhouse when it comes to neutralizing strong odors. Simply place a small bowl of white vinegar on the counter. You should have that anyway, to stir, mix with your water and soak your vegetables and fruit in for about 15 minutes.
Vinegar is good for burns also.
So vinegar is good for burns and passing urine tests if you got dirty pigs, you drink some vinegar. I'm sorry. All right. So vinegar on the counter near where you cook, it works by absorbing the odors rather than masking them, which I can't stand to mask. For more intense smells, simmer 1 cup of vinegar in a pot with 2 cups of water on the stove for 15 minutes and let the steam work its magic. The same way for soaking your vegetables and fruit, 15 minutes with baking soda and vinegar, which is next, baking soda. Baking soda is another versatile odor absorber. Matter of fact, that's my deodorant. I thought wash up on the arms. I used 1 fingertip of baking soda under each armpit. Don't have no cuts under your arms though, because it will sting. Leave it for a few hours or overnight before vacuuming and wiping it away. P.S. We always love having a container of baking soda on the back shelf of the fridge to neutralize odors in there. You should definitely do that as well. And it's not just neutralizing odor. It keeps from bacteria from growing as fast and different things like that too.
Now, when you do that, though, you cannot cook with that baking soda.
But
I know somebody who did. And my mother was there too. She was like, I know she's not cooking with that baking soda that's open in the refrigerator to absorb the smells. I said, yeah, she is.
You don't want to cook with that. You don't want to use it under your arms either.
So
yeah, that's bad. Lemons. Lemons are the poster child for refreshing scents. With me, it's watermelon, but each his own. No, but lemons are the poster child for refreshing scents. And to boot, they also have natural antibacterial properties. Boil a pot of water with the 2 quarter lemons and let the citrusy steam spread through your kitchen. You can also rub lemon juice on cutting boards and countertops to eliminate lingering smells from chopped onions or garlic. It works really well on that.
That's actually a good way to clean your cutting board with lemon. And I have a lemon story. I worked for a while. Well, at this time I was working at this hotel, and we used to have young men who came in there who were housemen, and they were mostly in there, and they were mostly in their like very young 20s, and they used to come in high like every morning and afternoon. You could tell when the shift changed. So I started taking them, the ones that I knew one by one. When they came in, I would take them in the cooler, and I would use a piece of lemon to help them, deodorize themselves before they went upstairs to clock in.
I thought you were going to say you took them in the freezer and whooped their ass or something.
I didn't know where the story was going.
They were young, I took
them like, wait a minute.
Do that. But no reason why everyone around you needs to know what you've been doing. So
yeah, when I did smoke, I never liked to smell like weed. I just never. Some people think that's cool to smell like weed, and I just never thought that was cool.
Orange is really good too.
Yeah, orange is
and grapefruit and any citrusy fruit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So another one is coffee grounds. But did I do lemons yet? I did lemons. I finished them. Okay, coffee grounds. Used coffee grounds can be repurposed as an effective odor absorber. That's what they use also with perfume to, break the smell when you smell in different scents or whatever. Place a bowl of dried coffee grounds on the counter or in the refrigerator to soak up unwanted smells. Coffee grounds also add a pleasant, earthy aroma to the kitchen.
And you can use ground up coffee if you got ants. So you pour them in the ant trail, and what that does, it confuses, so the ants absorb into their system, and it confuses them, so they can't tell the other ants where to come to get in your house.
So we give our ants mental issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cinnamon sticks and whole spices. Simmering spices like cinnamon sticks, cloves, and star anise. What's that?
Anise.
Anise in a pot of water can quickly fill your home with a warm, inviting scent. It's like natural autumnal Febreze without all the toxic junk. Herbs, not the kind we just talked about. And while we're on the theme of cozy nights by the fire, fresh herbs like rosemary, thyme, and bay leaf. Thyme, excuse me. You know I was about to say thyme?
Yes.
And you've been letting me say thyme all this time until we got on TV. Oh my gracious. Thyme and bay leaves are fantastic for Febreze replacement.
And Fabuloso replacement. Please stop using
Fabuloso.
Fabuloso is toxic.
Yeah, that's very toxic. And a Negro spiritual in the hood for some reason. Like the above whole spices, simmer a pot of water with a handful of fresh herbs and dry them and hang them in your kitchen to naturally deodorize the space. Activated charcoal. Activated charcoal is an odor magnet. You can place a small bag like these of activated charcoal in your kitchen to trap and neutralize odor. This method is particularly effective in confined spaces like pantry, closets, cabinets, or under the sink. We also use activated charcoal in water when you have like a fish tank or something like that. It's a good place to use activated charcoal too.
And I've used charcoal briquettes as well, but you just have to make sure, like, just with that, like with activated charcoal, that you put it inside of like meshish type baggie so that the charcoal doesn't rub off or anything. But you can put them in shoes. You can put them in different things like that you're trying to absorb the odors out of.
Yep. Essential oils. If you like a spritz, make a natural room spray by mixing a few drops of essential oil and your choice of essential oils of your choice with water in a spray bottle. Not only does essential oils mask odor, but they also have antibacterial properties that can help and keep your kitchen clean. And they also have some other benefits, the aromatherapy of it all. Mm-hmm. Open windows and ventilation. How about trying any and all of the above in addition to opening windows and using fans? Not only does this help clean and any stale air in the home, but it helps disperse cooking odors before they settle. If possible, cook with the window open or turn on the kitchen exhaust fan to keep smells from building up. While cooking odors are inevitable, they don't have to overstay their welcome. By using the natural methods, you can keep your kitchen smelling fresh without ever using artificial air fresheners. Let's all agree that they aren't good. Not only are these solutions effective, but they're also environmentally friendly and safe for your home and your family. And the babies, you can't forget about the babies.
I wanted to add one other one as I don't know if I'm a big time thrifter anymore, but at one time I was. So that's when I learned the charcoal trick and some of these other ones. One thing that you can do to get smells out of something, if you have tried everything else,
Mothballs?
no. Cat litter.
Cat litter.
Yes. You can, again, you want to have it inside of mesh or something like that so that you're not, so that it doesn't get everywhere. But if you have, say, an article of clothing, or if you have maybe a purse or something like that that has a strong smell inside, you can actually put the cat litter in the purse and close it up. Or if it's something that you can dip into cat litter, then you put that article into something mesh and you completely enclose it in the litter and just keep it in there for maybe, say, 4 or 5 days, a week, and then wash it. And you'll see that a lot of those smells have been absorbed by the cat litter. So, yeah, that's old time thrifting knowledge. Now we're going to talk about body odor. Body odor is what you smell when your sweat comes in contact with the bacteria on your skin. Sweat itself doesn't smell, but when the bacteria on your skin mix with the sweat, it causes an odor. Body odor can smell sweet, sour, tangy, or like onions. The amount you sweat doesn't necessarily impact your body odor. That's why a person can have an unpleasant body odor but not be sweaty. Conversely, a person can sweat excessively but not smell. This is because body odor is a result of the type of bacteria on your skin and how that bacteria interacts with sweat, not the sweat itself. Sweating is a secretion of fluids by sweat glands onto your skin surface. There are 2 types of sweat glands, eccrine and apocrine. Apocrine glands are responsible for producing body odor. Eccrine glands secrete sweat directly to the surface of your skin. As the sweat evaporates, it helps cool your skin and regulate your body temperature. It does not produce a smell. When your body temperature rises due to physical exertion or being hot, the evaporation of sweat from your skin produces a cooling effect. Eccrine glands cover most of your body, including palms and soles. Apocrine glands open up into your hair follicles. Hair follicles are the tube-like structure that keep your hair in your skin. You can find apocrine glands in your groin and armpits. These glands produce sweat that can smell when it comes in contact with bacteria on your skin. Apocrine glands don't start working until puberty, which is why you don't smell body odor on young children. Whew. I have a 17-year-old young man. Sweating is a natural body process, but due to certain foods we eat, hygiene practices, or genetics, sweat can have a bad smell once it comes in contact with your skin. Changes in the amount you sweat or the smell of your body odor can indicate a medical condition. Men, young and old, have more frequent problems with body odor because they have more hair. So they have more apocrine glands. Apocrine glands become active once a person reaches puberty. So body odor doesn't begin again until adolescence. And oh my God, does it begin in adolescence?
Yeah.
You know what? There's another tip I have for you all that I discovered on vacation with this young man that I was just describing, because something kept happening where every day, like, I could smell him. I'm sorry, he won't care. This will not bother him at all. But I found out that actually he had a liquid deodorant, and I guess at some point he must have used it when he had something going on. And it's like after that, the liquid deodorant is no good anymore. You might as well throw it away and get a fresh one, because it's going to make you smell bad every day. Even no matter how much you wash up, shower, all of that, when you put that deodorant on, since you already kind of contaminated it, It's no
on that. There's also a Tide deodorant stone.
right.
When you use a Tide deodorant stone, wash it after you use that Tide deodorant stone, because otherwise it's going to be funky and it's going to make you funky.
Right.
Yeah. I do use the stone too every now and then. The potassium rock.
Now I have a Tide stone in my go bag, that I'll use if things go bad. But you got to wash it. You got to wash it, or woo.
Yeah,
I found that out.
You gotta dry
I
it.
found that out by
You gotta dry it.
when I first used the Tide stone. I had my students, they were getting it too, because I was preaching its effectiveness. And one student said, "Man, my Tide stone stinks." I said, "You wash the Tide stone after you use it?" No. I said, that's the problem. That's the problem. He was putting it on his groin, his feet, under his arm. I said, "Boy, you got all kinds of job on your Tide stone." So,
oh my goodness.
So if you use a Tide stone, wash it.
Yeah, especially if you're doing all that.
Huh?
I said, especially if you're doing all of that.
Yeah. Other factors that can affect body odor, and if you're using deodorant anyway, and you say, "Well, I'm gonna use it on my groin or on my feet too," don't put that under your arms after that.
Mm-hmm.
Use that just for your groin.
I mean, if you feel like you need deodorant in your groin area, you may want to do some further research into why. Seriously, like why you need a daily. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's smelling like that, there might be something else that you need to do.
Yeah, it could be. You could have a fungal infection or something like that. So check into that. But fungal infection, you'll know because it itches. So,
I'm sorry. Brittany Bowman is asking about witch hazel. The only thing I know about witch hazel is using it as a toner for after you wash your face.
Yeah, I've only used it for like wounds. I've never used it for a deodorant. So I'll look into that. I put an unwashed pre-worn t-shirt on once, messed up my day.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Oh, yeah. Oh gosh.
You grab a tee that you wore, you ain't realize the armpits was musky. Golly, that's the worst at school. That used to be the worst right there. You get a musky shirt. You don't wash it.
It's like you use two different washcloths for washing body and face. Yes. That too.
Absolutely.
I don't use two different ones for body and face. I use one for body and my groin area and my feet. So my feet and my groin area is a different washcloth than my face and my body.
Right. That's body. That's your body. I hope your groin part of your body.
So I'm just saying, I leave my groin and feet to another rag, and then I do my face and the rest of my body with another rag.
I think never mind.
I use other people's rags for my groin. So everybody else in the house, I use that for my groin and then my face. I would do that.
I went through a phase where I used 2 towels, and I was like, this don't make no sense. Everything clean. Why do I have to separate the towels? Like, that's just ridiculous. I went too far.
Other factors that can affect body odor are exercise, and you all should know that. Yep. Stress or anxiety, hot weather, having overweight or being overweight or obese, genetics, and I'm not cracking on overweight or obese people. It just is a fact that it can cause you to carry an odor. There can be several reasons your sweat smells bad. For example, certain medications, supplements, or foods can make your sweat smell bad.
Yes.
Remember, the sweat itself isn't what smells. It's the bacteria on your skin combined with the sweat. Right. Several medical conditions and diseases are associated with changes in a person's usual body scent, like diabetes, gout, menopause, overactive thyroid, liver disease, kidney disease, and infectious diseases. If you have diabetes, a change in body odor could be a sign of diabetes-related ketoacidosis. High ketone levels cause your blood to become acidic and your body odor to be fruity. And that's a fruity smell. Your body giving off a fruity smell is one of the signs of, especially if you're not eating fruit, one of the signs of diabetes. In the case of liver or kidney disease, your odor may give off a bleach-like smell due to toxin buildup in your body.
Okay. Yep. Changes in hormones can cause your body odor to smell. Hot flashes, night sweats, and hormonal fluctuations experienced during menopause can cause excessive sweating, which leads to change in body odor. Some people believe their body odor changes when they're pregnant or menstruating. Research suggests a person's body odor changes during ovulation to attract a mate. And saying you are what you eat may apply to body odor. If you eat foods rich in sulfur, you may develop body odor. You're definitely going to develop some nasty gas. Sulfur smells like rotten eggs. When your body secretes it in your sweat, it can put off an unpleasant smell. Examples of sulfur-rich foods are onions, garlic, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and red meat. Certain foods can make you sweat more. This extra sweat can give you a stronger body odor. The foods don't directly trigger body odor, but they can be a factor in how you smell because they affect how much you sweat. This includes monosodium glutamate, MSG, caffeine, spices like curry powder or cumin, hot sauce or other spicy foods, alcohol. Eliminate or reduce these triggers may improve your body odor. Garlic is another one that comes through your skin, if you don't know.
Yes, it's on there. Garlic at the top.
Okay.
Garlic.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Another thing that you want to pay attention to if you have an issue, especially with sweating and having smells, is and we've talked about this before, is the material that your clothes are made of.
Makes a big difference.
Natural fibers, cotton, even wool, linens, silk are going to let your body breathe, whereas things like polyester, and really all of it to me is polyester. They just call it different things.
Rayon, nylon.
But it's basically like a plastic. And so your body, your sweat is not able to escape properly.
That same goes with
now Petty Gibbs said he washes with Old English 800.
The same goes with shoes too. Those it's a difference from rubber and plastic. And today a lot of they even talk about Crocs. Wearing them barefooted, Crocs it's plastic. So wearing those
very toxic. And your foot is something that can easily
absorb.
Yeah.
So yeah, you wearing toxic material with there's no material between your foot and the toxicity, like you don't have on cotton socks or anything like that. You just have on barefoot and those flip-flops that's made of plastic. That's really, really bad for you. And it's going to lead not only toxins and stuff into your body and your bloodstream, but it's also going to lead to foot odor as well.
Now, caffeine makes me sweat. Our manifesto says, you mean coffee or coffee and tea or?
Right. Is it caffeine or is it the hot ass coffee that you're drinking?
Eating the cola nut, because if that makes you sweat, that's something else you should be concerned with. But if you eat, if you drink coffee or tea and it makes you sweat, it's supposed to.
Right.
It's supposed to cool that sweat cools your body off. Okay, so that's why I drink coffee in cold weather and hot weather, because hot coffee.
And tea too.
Yeah, the tea too. Yeah, I don't know nothing about. You go to places and they say you want iced tea or you want iced chai or you want hot chai. I want hot chai. I never get iced chai. So caffeine raises blood pressure. No, it can. It doesn't do me, and I have high blood pressure. It doesn't raise my blood pressure, but it like one of my cousins, she said, I love coffee, but it does a number on my blood pressure, so she can't drink it. I know a couple of people like that.
Okay. Well, treatments for excessive sweating and body odor depend on the underlying cause, which can be determined through a physical exam and urine or blood analysis. Treatment for body odor could include keeping your skin clean by taking a daily bath or shower with antibacterial soap. Focus on the areas where you sweat the most, like your armpits and groin area. Removing some of the bacteria on your skin regularly can prevent unpleasant body odors. Also, regularly washing clothing and wearing clean clothes. Wearing loose-fitting clothes made of cotton, as we mentioned. This allows your skin to breathe. This rule also applies to underwear and bras. Moisture-wicking fabric, which can pull moisture from your skin, can also be helpful. Using a topical antiperspirant, which works by pulling sweat back into your sweat glands. Sweat production decreases when your body receives a signal that your sweat glands are full. This includes over-the-counter as well as prescription antiperspirants. Removing overly smelly foods from your diet, or paying attention to if specific foods make your body odor worse. Garlic, onions, and alcohol are a few examples of foods that may make your sweat smell unpleasant. Finding ways to reduce your stress levels. Stress can cause your apocrine glands to activate. And just for all of our herb smokers out there, it does come through your pores and your skin as well. Even when you haven't been smoking, most of the people who I know who smoke excessively, like you can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
You couldn't smell it on me like that.
You can smell weed and cigarettes.
Yeah, there's a one dude that we work with on film, and every time he comes in the room, it's like he smells like tobacco and weed together. The tobacco he rolled in, this was crazy. It's so strong. Like, man, I hope I never smelled like that.
Yeah. If you want a more natural approach to treating armpit body odor, there may be options that work, like baking soda, like Belay said. Make a paste using baking soda and water. Apply the paste to your armpits and let it dry. Baking soda balances the acid on your skin and reduces odors. Green tea. Put green tea bags in warm water. Place the soaked tea bags under your armpits for several minutes a day. And then green tea can help block your pores and reduce sweating. Apple cider vinegar. Mix apple cider vinegar with a small amount of water in a spray bottle. But make sure you don't have no cuts, because it will hurt. Spray the mixture onto your armpits. The acid in vinegar helps kill bacteria. Lemon juice. Once again, don't have cuts. Mix lemon juice and water in a spray bottle. Spray the mixture under your arms. The citric acid in lemon juice kills bacteria.
And I've heard of people just slicing a lemon or a lime, also just slicing it and rubbing the slice under their arm.
Yeah, you can also put tea bags in your shoes and stuff like that.
Now, Dennis said tea stains teeth more than coffee. I don't know, but I know tea coagulates blood, and coffee doesn't. Like
it depends on the tea, though, too.
Right, but if you get your teeth pulled, bleeding keeps up, they'll tell you take some black tea bag, a bag of black tea, put it in that area, and bite down. It'll coagulate the blood.
So So the odorant works by masking body odor with a more pleasant smelling fragrance. Antiperspirants, on the other hand, reduce how much you sweat. The active ingredients in most antiperspirant is aluminum. Get antiperspirants and deodorant that don't contain aluminum. Antibacterial soaps, wash away the bad bacteria on your skin. Look for the products at your local drugstore that says antibacterial on the packaging. Using cleansers or spot treatment containing benzoyl peroxide, like a panoxyl or Clearasil, may also help. Benzoyl peroxide can also reduce the number of bacteria on your skin. What was I going to say?
Well, I want to say something about now with aluminum. If you don't know, aluminum use is linked to Alzheimer's.
Yes, and what I was going to say is, getting soap. One thing they've done to trick you with labeling is beauty bars and soap are not the same thing. They're not made the same, and so Dove, which is the biggest and most popular beauty bar, moisturizing bar is what they'll call it. They'll say everything on you. You can look at it yourself. My brother is the biggest contributor of Dove's success in the world. He buys so much Dove, and I had to tell him, like, look on there. Anywhere do you see soap? If the word soap isn't on it, it's not soap. And the difference is, if you ever seen that experiment where they had a bucket of water and they put like dirt in the water, and they put one drop of soap and it pushed all the dirt to the side. Moisturizing bars ain't gonna do that.
Right.
It's just like oil. It's just like putting oil on your skin. It doesn't have any antibacterial properties, and it's not going to deflect the dirt on your body. That's why soap is 100 times better than hand sanitizers, because hand sanitizers, they don't help you as much as soap repels dirt. And so just want to know when to grow.
Go back to the
comment.
Yeah, I Manifesto said I should have used lemon on that funky t-shirt.
Dove dries your skin out for some people.
I've seen that, but it just makes sense because then you buy the Dove lotion.
There you go.
Of course.
They said some people say black soap dries their skin out a lot. I know a lot of people that can't use that.
Mm-hmm. Consider contacting your healthcare provider if you experience the following symptoms: frequent sweating or sweat-soaked clothing, even when not physically active or in a warm setting. Sweating so much that it interferes with daily activities, such as trying to hold a pen, turn a doorknob, or use a computer. Sweating while sleeping. Skin consistently damp with sweat. Frequent skin infections in body areas prone to sweating. A fruity body odor, which could indicate diabetes. A bleach-like body odor, which could be a sign of liver or kidney disease. And a sudden change in body odor or increase in sweating.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so reach out to a healthcare provider if you have any of those.
Yeah, well. Mm-hmm.
The sense of smell or olfaction plays a crucial role in preparing for and responding to emergencies, impacting our ability to detect hazards, manage stress, and make rapid decisions. The olfactory system can act as an early warning system, allowing individuals to detect potential dangers, such as gas leaks, chemical spills, fires, or even the presence of mold and mildew based on their distinct odors.
Yep.
The smell of rotten eggs, for example, can alert individuals to a gas leak, while the scent of smoke can indicate a fire. Understanding and incorporating the role of olfaction in emergency preparedness, training, and response can significantly enhance safety and effectiveness in mitigating hazardous situation.
Yeah, Bo.
You can smell blood, you know what I'm saying, in a room if you don't see it sometimes.
Absolutely.
That's true. I and blood smells coppery, by the way.
Mhm.
Well, me and the Yalagoon, we were staying at this place, and I said, well, we both smelt it, the smell of rotten eggs. And boy, heading out the door, my wife teleported because I was running in front of her. She teleported. Next thing I know, she was in front of me at the door, getting out the hell out of there. And we called, and it was a gas leak.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. I manifesto, when you smell in your nose, it means that you're mean.
What does it mean if your nose sweats? My grandma said it means you have a violent temper.
Wow.
What it mean? I mean, that's what they told me growing up. I sweat on my nose. I was mean.
Wow.
Wow.
Bob, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a few questions. Mm-hmm. How do your olfactory senses come into play in combat?
In combat, they don't, because one, you're in the midst of it, right? So if I'm fighting somebody, I'm not Wolverine. I'm not smelling something at that point. Before combat, though, and after, there are smells that are very distinctive. Now, if firearms are in play, you can smell that. You can smell when the firearm's been shot. All right. Either before you enter the area, you say, "Oh shit, somebody got guns here. They've been using them," or after. But as far as combat itself, it doesn't. Right. Play.
As far as sweating on your nose, really, everybody doesn't have the same glands in the same places. Just like everybody don't have hair on the back of their hands.
I was gonna say some people hair grows out of their nose,
right?
The tip of their nose,
right? So it's just it's a lot of that's just going to be due to your genetics. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it has anything to do with your emotional state or your anger.
No, of course not.
No, I think it's about, like you say, I don't grow hair on my hands or nothing like that, but some people do. So it's just one of those things. Some people sweat. Some people sweat on their legs. Some people sweat on their back. Some people sweat in their stomach. Mm-hmm. Different places, different sweat glands, different strokes, different folks. That's all it is. And you mean?
Now, sometimes in class, somebody will, like a heavy sweater. Oh my God, you sweat it all over the mat. That is gross.
Akambola I used to hate.
But more than Akambola, Falaye, old student Falaye. Oh my God, he'll get off the mat and literally the mat will be like, so it'll be like a little pool of water on the whole mat.
Oh, then the whole rest of the class, you got to make sure you don't lay in that and get thrown in that. Oh, it sucks. It sucks. I hate heavy sweaters. Heavy sweaters.
But what else did you have to ask me, Omaniki?
I was it was more about smell and combat and how smell might come into play. But I mean, you basically answered that. So
I hate men's sweat dripping on me.
Yeah. The first thing I think about is in sports. Right, I hated basketball with if we had to play shirts and skins, I'm not doing it. I
wasn't thinking of basketball.
Yeah. But yeah, I used to hate in class. We had to play shirt and skins, and the dudes had their shirt off. Man, get away from me. I don't like that. I hate when I win. I went straight to win. I was gonna say I hate when I win a wrestling match and after the match you put the hands up, then you get the person want to hug you. I don't want to hug your sweaty ass.
Nah, yeah, and in martial art class, when the person real sweaty,
I don't want to tie.
That's gross. And we get that a lot, especially you pummeling with somebody and they all
just thinking that pummeling with. Well, I'm assuming head sweating. I don't want to pummel with. His head be sweating, y'all. I love Amasu, but he got a sweaty head sometimes. His head be sweating. I don't want to pummel with. Peace, Spider-Man 7285.
Peace to the world. Peace to the warriors. Peace, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Peace.
Someone spotting you. Oh, someone spotting you. Yeah, when you working out.
Oh my goodness, yeah,
that's gross. Or, well, I thought about it when you're being intimate with your partner and you're sweating.
Oh my goodness. Listen,
I've done that before, and I have to apologize to the person.
Oh my goodness,
I'm sorry about that.
I'm gonna give y'all some TMI real quick. Years ago when I had a tree service, I'm sorry, I gotta tell you this. I know. Years ago when I had a tree service, I met this woman, a customer, and we, we started talking and got intimate. And I went over her house, so we, in the middle of relations, it's hot. And I realized she turned the air off and there's no fans going on. So I'm like, yo, it's hot. We got to stop. Put in the air conditioner. I was like, let me get a towel or something. She's like, oh, no. She was into it. I want you to sweat on me.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was it. You can't tell no Virgo. Like, you want me to what on what? Take the what and leave the what?
No, now, when I was at Howard, a girl, she was fine too. She came up to my room and, we were going to do. She unzipped her pants, talking about smell. She unzipped her pants, unzipped it, not took it off, unzipped it. And I could smell, oh my God. And I went like this, snapped my finger and pointed towards the door.
I remember you saying,
what? I said, what? Then I pointed towards the window. I said, it's your choice. You either go out this door or you're going out the window. So she went out the door. And we never spoke. We never spoke again after that. But
yeah, I never spoke to this woman either. But that was just too much for me. And she was pretty. I really hated that she was crazy like that. I'm sure somebody's sweating all over right about now.
crotch over your head during a spot is worse.
Eugene, I'm too accommodating.
Put his crotch over your head. He shouldn't be putting his crotch over your head when he's spotting you.
I want to say she's talking about working out.
Yeah, no,
right,
no.
She is.
But
he shouldn't be. His crotch shouldn't be over your head.
If she's benching, and he's right there at the bar, his crotch
He must be a short motherfucker. Then
there could be some overlap.
Yeah,
he must be a short dude to have his crotch over her head when he's fighting.
All right, this conversation just going there.
He should stand up or something.
We had some scientific documents at the beginning of this episode. We might have been having a difficult time with some pronunciations, but we were like.
Eugene said he gonna sweat.
We were official business.
Eugene said he's sweating for us.
And now we're talking about crotches and one night stands.
Yeah. We're talking about one night stands. Well, we are talking about one night stands, I guess, but
we're talking about near one night stands.
Honestly, but I do want to say something. The materials really do matter. I have to have on a cotton shirt, 100% cotton tee, to control my sweat in the summertime. Polyester, because I love this one dude shirts that he made. I love his shirts, but they be polyester.
Yeah, he's almost completely switched over into polyester.
Exactly, and I wear them, but I wear the cotton under it, and it allows me
about the bras too. A lot of bras are polyester.
How do you know about
and that leads to it's linked to cancer too.
It's a lot of the cheap ones that because I think a lot of us have been in survival mode so long, It's just like when people have a Lexus, but they still going and eating off the 99-cent menu. You know, we thinking that cheap bras, and even some places that are famous still sell cheap stuff. It's just that they have this name on it. So you think it's like a better thing. But looking at materials is extremely important. Looking at what the things that you wear are made of is one of the most important things that you can do. And also teaching that to the people around you, especially your children.
I put on thick wool socks in the summertime and my feet don't sweat.
I do too.
Right. Like if I put on those, now if I put on
good wool can still be very breathable.
Yeah, and I got some Mario socks that I love because they got the little you know, like the tortoise with the horns coming out of the shell, breathing fire. I love those socks.
Oh my goodness, I forgot his name. Somebody told us.
I know
Bowser.
Oh, okay, I thought it was Cola. I love those. No, that's King Cola. I love those socks, but they polyester, and I can put them. They thin. I could put them on for a little while, and my feet will sweat. Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's good to know what can make you sweat. Sometimes that's useful for you, and it don't have to not what you want to be doing all the time.
For instance, and when I say knowing what makes you sweat, like I can't wear, which is an Atlanta staple. I cannot wear a wife beater under a shirt. For some reason, putting on a tank top, which is, you know, a wife beater is, but putting on, I know it's a bad name, I'm sorry, but the tight white tank tops, they make me sweat. Tank tops themselves having my arms exposed makes them sweat versus having a sleeve. And it made me think about
what the African has discovered is covering up your body keeps you cooler.
And you'll notice if they look crazy, but look at the people who work on who landscape in the summertime. If you look at the ones, most of them, they face covered and their arms all the long sleeves. While they're doing even while they're putting down straw and stuff like that, they're usually fully sleeved with long sleeve and pants, and you're like, they got to be hot. You know, but no, they figure something out. Not to be confused with the young folks.
With the wool socks too. The military, you only wear wool socks unless you doing PT, physical training, and that's because wool does not show up in infrared cameras or infrared scopes or anything like that.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for some reason tank tops under shirts is definitely cultural, but they make me they make me sweat for some reason. Tank tops in general, having my arms exposed, man, it's something. And then these tight, the way they make t-shirts now where they're tight, the kind that's tight at the arm, they make me sweat. So I can't wear. It's a bunch of shirts I don't wear unless I'm just running somewhere and running back because they make me sweat. They cut the arm off. I don't like the way these flare out as much as the newer ones, but they keep me from sweating.
And don't wear no brothers. Do not wear polyester underwear.
Oh my goodness! When I run out of drawers, I got one pair of polyester underwear that I put on. That let me know I got one more day to wash clothes, or I'm gonna be out. When you ever see me with some shiny drawers on, you know if I don't wash clothes the next day, I'm in trouble. That's my last leg, boy. Teenage Mutant Ninja drawers. Excuse me.
I just wanted to add one thing about the landscapers, just so we know if we're getting into hiking, it's not smell related, but a lot of times people are wearing those long sleeves and those long pants because there are bugs and particularly ticks out there that can attach themselves to you if you're not paying attention. So, you know, the whole like wrestling suit aesthetic or the whole thing that we've kind of gotten into now where we're trying to wear the absolute least amount of clothing when we go into public, like that's another reason why that's a terrible idea, especially when you're going out and hiking. Like Baba said, the African discovered that you covering yourself up actually makes you cooler. Like you think that you're wearing this suit, which a lot of times they're made out of polyester or those types of materials. You're not making yourself cool just because you're not wearing any clothes.
Right.
So, really consider like what you put on before you go out and do these activities, because you can really hurt yourself. You do not want to tick.
Yeah, and I wear V-necks under my shirts. That's what I wear, V-neck whiteys.
Our manifesto said it's tight on body that makes me sweat. So tight t-shirts, tight pants.
Yeah.
Tight,
I guess that's what it is. That's really what it is too. The white beaters are so tight. They just make me sweat. I keep them. I keep like 3 new ones. I never put them on. I don't know why I even do that. But,
yes. Try to wear loose clothing, breathable clothing, breathable more than loose.
Yes.
If you're in the forest, well, when I'm in the forest, I wear tight clothing so it doesn't catch on, snag on branches and stuff like that.
Yeah, as a tree cutter, that's what I do.
And when I was in the military, so special ops, you have tight clothing on your body. You're not wearing the regular BDUs.
Yeah,
because they can snag on branches and stuff like that.
Cutting trees or out when I'm cutting brush, I have a long john top with straight slacks. You don't want any baggy flow and to get caught on stuff. So that's one of the things I do.
But now that's some jock itch waiting to happen. Yes, if you're wearing if you're polyester or something, not breathable underwear, or if you're not wearing underwear at all.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
And that's the jock itch waiting to happen. Yes.
In the sun, in the hot heat, no drawers. Ooh, you crusty. I'm sorry.
And that's nasty. You got jeans on with no drawers.
No one's doing that.
Oh, yes, they are.
I don't believe.
I had an ex.
Yes, they are.
I had an ex that did not wear drawers with her jeans. At the time, I didn't say but I look back at it. I was young.
That's a yeast infection waiting to happen. Gosh.
I was young. I thought it was sexy back then. Now, not so much. Not so much. Oh my goodness.
What's sexy to me is a balloon suit like Missy Elliott wears in her video, the big balloon suit.
Oh my God. Free balling is the new wave.
Free balling is the new wave. That's gross.
No commando.
They call it going commando.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they call it going commando, because when I was a commando, we were not wearing just clothes with no drawers on. That's gross.
You told sometimes you gotta let that thing breathe.
Now
get some cotton drawers and that thing will breathe.
Right, it will breathe. Right. Now I can see if you got a skirt on or something like that, maybe.
Maybe that's what you do.
And you got for your man, you don't wear no drawers. Hey,
that's foolishness. But we're talking about cotton and wearing cotton and certain areas of the body that may have some sweating. Like that's a good reason to wear.
Yeah, you're gonna actually keep cooler. Yeah. Underwear is gonna actually.
And also, don't keep on your drawers more than once, like more days than once a day. I had when I was security in Phoenix, I was doing security, and this drunk ass white woman came into the thing. She was trying to get with this guy who lived in the apartment, not me. She was trying to get with a guy who lived in the apartments.
A guy that lived in the same apartments as you that looked like you.
No, sir. And she said, well, she did a hands like a back bend. And she said, "Don't look at my panties." I said, "Believe me, I'm not going to look at your panties." And she said, "Because I've had these on for 5 days." I said, "The same panties?" She said, yeah. And my face like scrunched up. And she said, "What? Why is your face scrunching?" I said, "Because that's disgusting. You had the same panties on for 5 days." I'm like, God.
I don't want to hear this. This is the worst story ever.
Another valley.
Right.
This presentation.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I do want to mention the cranberry beans. Taste pretty good. They got a sweet taste, kind of big, pretty nice.
I've never heard of cranberry beans in my life. I gotta try that.
Leave it to country folks. I'll have some for you. You can taste some of the cranberry beans, I guess, with some carrots and onions. Saute some carrots and onions. I don't give a damn what bean it is. Only beans I don't eat is the one I'm about to give her. It's them garbanzo beans or chickpeas.
I love them garbanzo beans. I love pinto beans. Boy.
I love pinto beans, boy. Woo.
Now I used to cook pinto beans and they taste like steak. So if you didn't want to eat meat,
yeah, pinto beans can have a meaty taste, and baby lima beans can have that meaty. Ooh, little yeah. Anyway, oh man, so I can't wait to get into that.
Yeah, this.
You know what I mean?
What a great show this was.
Hit the like button if you have not. Don't be funky.
This was a great show. We went from smells to talking about one night stands to talking about
draws, panties on 5 days in a row. We all over the place.
Well, wearing drawers for 5 days in a row still got something to do with smells.
It definitely has a lot to do with smells.
You brought it full circle, Bob. That's right. Absolutely. Right. Respect. Right. Thank you.
Wash your ass and change your underwear.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please. If you take
wash your ass, wash your ass, dry your ass,
right,
and then put on clean underwear.
Yes.
Because some people, they'll wash up and they'll say, I'm just gonna let myself air dry. Okay, do that, but they put the underwear on. That's gross.
Yeah.
So you got all this water and bacteria. Wash your ass, dry your ass.
Rag out real good too. If your rag is stiff, it's probably it's like a flag waving, but it's stiff. You need to do something about that.
You gotta do something.
That rag holding some bacteria. You need to wash that rag.
Or it's crunchy. It's crunchy. You go to fold it. It's crunching up.
Whoa.
Say you don't know how to cook lima beans without saying you don't know how to cook lima beans.
Don't you ever talk about you don't understand why lima beans is. You must be from Connecticut or something.
That's a problem.
I don't mess with lima beans either. And it's for a reason. A bull can eat lima beans and it'll bust his stomach open. So I don't fuck with nothing that can kill a bull.
You don't soak them before you eat them. That's right.
That's true. That's true. Unless you're a really smart bull.
Yeah, you gotta be smart as shit. I'm the only person that my family that won't eat them or doesn't like them. We can believe you. You probably don't like watermelon either, do you?
No. You gotta like watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
I know one person who doesn't like one black person who doesn't like watermelon. One.
Mm-hmm.
Did Baba lose muscle going vegan? Yeah, look how skinny my arms are. I lost a lot of muscle. And I was complaining about it, and Bele was like, you fine. You fine. I said, man, I'm not fine. I want to be 195 at least.
I didn't say he was fine like he looked good. I mean, he's fine like he's all right.
Yeah, he meant both of them. But
and I don't think you lost a lot of muscle. I think you lost weight. I think you started gaining muscle now.
Yeah.
You gaining muscle back now, so you're gonna lose weight first. Then you got to build up around that. Yeah, that Bob is not small. I mean, y'all see Bob in person. That's what y'all need to do. Come to class. Or come to if you're in Virginia or surrounding areas, come to the Happily Natural Day Festival, come to the Shay Shay Festival, and meet Bob in person. Because I don't know, maybe it's since he's so lambish on the
That's
video,
what it is.
You don't get to see it because people will be like, Bob way shorter than you ain't. I'm like, no, Bob was the same height as me. No, Bob about this much shorter than me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm 6'3".
Yeah, people assume that I'm small because the
You wear
lamb
bigger
thing.
shirts than I do. I wear a large, you wear XL. You see what I'm saying? I was not small. I was not small dude at all. Y'all run up on them. All right. Anyway.
Now I'm no longer like 127 pounds. You know.
Yeah, now
over
you see his pictures growing up, he was scrawny, y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, growing up, I can show you pictures. Then I was, and when I was in the military, I was small. You know,
Yeah.
but well, when I first got in the military, I was small, and then I picked up weight. But when I first got in the military, shit, my heaviest weight was like 130 pounds.
Small, yeah.
Yeah,
Succotash is great. I stopped eating
Ooh,
corn so bad.
I never had. Now people say succotash. What is that? When they say suffering succotash,
That's
what is that?
I used to wonder what it was okra, corn, tomatoes, and lima beans. That's succotash.
That's succotash. Oh, okay. Well, I can't eat it nowhere because it got okra in it. But okay.
That's sometimes it might not be okra in it, but that's really not succotash when it's just tomatoes, beans, and corn, or if it's missing one of them. But yeah, that's what succotash is.
Okay.
In every lunchroom in America.
Is that a Southern thing or is it
I think it is.
Okay. In my family, I love watermelon and every other kind of bean, just not lima bean. All right. Cool.
I'm judging you.
Yeah, he didn't mean he wants to sweat on him. Huh? I guess somebody said something up in the thing.
Yeah, it's out of place timing, but
right.
All right, y'all. Well, be safe out there. Be safe in your homes. Be safe wherever you may go. Love y'all. Stay black or whatever it is that you may be. Peace.
Peace.
Hit the like, subscribe to our page, Patreon.
Donate.
Yeah, mash that like button. Yeah, and like.
He just in.
Love
we
y'all.
still live. I just cut it through.
He just dipped on us.
He hit the wrong button. He hit the wrong button. How do we end our live? Now we gotta end it ourselves.
Family.
I don't think that ends it, does it? I don't think so. Let me see.
I think I'm.
All right, we'll see. Peace, y'all. Be safe.
That is weird. I hit the thing and I knocked myself out the group.
We were just talking about that.
We was like, we don't know how we ended. I don't know what we supposed to do.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.